In the heart of a desolate forest, where ancient trees stood like silent sentinels and the moon cast an ethereal glow, there stood a long-forgotten mansion known as Wraithwood Manor. Its shadowy silhouette loomed ominously against the night sky, concealing a history tainted by tragedy and a presence that defied the laws of the living. Intrigued by the ominous tales that surrounded Wraithwood Manor, I embarked on a journey to unravel its enigmatic past. The townsfolk spoke of a curse that had befallen the mansion, a curse that transcended generations and left those who entered its halls marked by a malevolent force. As I stepped through the decrepit entrance, the air within Wraithwood Manor felt heavy with sorrow. Dust particles danced in the dim light, creating an otherworldly ambience that seemed to echo with the tormented whispers of the past. The mansion's grandeur, now faded and tarnished, told a tale of opulence long lost. My exploration led me to a forgotten library, where dusty books lined the shelves like forgotten memories. As I perused the tomes, a spectral figure materialized before me. A woman in a tattered gown, her eyes hollow yet filled with an unspoken agony, beckoned me closer. She spoke of a forbidden love, betrayal, and an ancient pact that bound her soul to the mansion's haunting corridors. Determined to free her from the curse, I ventured into the mansion's depths. The walls seemed to pulse with a malevolent energy, and the temperature dropped as I approached a hidden chamber. Within, an ancient relic lay dormant, a cursed amulet said to be the source of Wraithwood Manor's malevolence. As I reached for the amulet, the mansion trembled with a spectral fury. The air became charged with an otherworldly force, and the ghostly figure appeared, her mournful gaze fixed upon me. In a shocking twist, she revealed that the amulet was the vessel of her torment, and removing it would unleash a darkness that could consume everything. Faced with an impossible choice, I hesitated. The mansion groaned, and the ghostly figure's eyes pleaded for release. In an act of desperation, I shattered the amulet, unleashing a torrent of ethereal energy that engulfed the mansion. The ghostly figure, now free, whispered a haunting gratitude before dissipating into the unknown. As I stumbled out of Wraithwood Manor, the once dreaded mansion crumbled behind me, leaving only whispers in the wind. The unexpected twist revealed the true nature of the curse, showcasing the thin line between salvation and damnation within the haunted halls of Wraithwood Manor. In the small town of Everwood, nestled between dense woods and a fog-shrouded lake, a mysterious legend loomed over the residents. The tale spoke of an abandoned mansion at the edge of town, where a ghostly figure was said to roam the halls, a harbinger of doom for those who dared to enter. Intrigued by the chilling whispers that echoed through the town, I set out to uncover the truth behind the legend. As I approached the decaying mansion, a spectral mist enveloped the surroundings, casting an ethereal glow on the moss-covered walls. The air was thick with an unsettling stillness as I pushed open the creaking door, revealing a grand foyer frozen in time. Dust hung in the air like mournful spirits, and the oppressive silence hinted at the mansion's dark secrets. My flashlight's beam flickered as I explored the desolate rooms, each one echoing with the whispers of the past. In the heart of the mansion, a foreboding chamber revealed an ornate mirror that seemed to reflect more than just the physical world. As I gazed into the mirror, the room warped, revealing glimpses of a tragic history. The ghostly figure materialized before me, its eyes filled with sorrow. It spoke in hushed tones of a love lost, a betrayal that led to a cursed existence within these haunted walls. As the tale unfolded, I became entangled in a web of tragic events, each revelation darker than the last. Determined to break the curse, I followed the ghostly figure through hidden passages and secret chambers, my journey becoming a descent into the macabre. The air grew heavy with a malevolent energy, and the shadows seemed to writhe with a life of their own. In the final chamber, the truth was laid bare. The ghostly figure was not the source of the curse, but its victim. The real malevolence was a twisted presence that had ensnared the tormented soul for centuries. As I confronted the true source of the haunting, a sudden, bone-chilling realization struck. The curse demanded a sacrifice to be broken. The ghostly figure, with pleading eyes, whispered a farewell. In a shocking turn of events, the curse demanded my life as the price for redemption. The oppressive shadows closed in, and as I took my final breath, the mansion seemed to absorb my essence, sealing the curse's fate. As the story unfolds, the legend of the haunted mansion is perpetuated, a new chapter added to the town's dark history. The unexpected twist leaves horror enthusiasts questioning the thin line between myth and reality, and the price one might pay for unearthing the secrets that should remain buried. The sleepy town of Harrow's Hollow harbored a secret that had long been whispered about in hushed tones. At the heart of the town stood an ancient cemetery, its weathered gravestones telling tales of lives long gone. Among the moss-covered tombs, one particular grave, adorned with wilted flowers, held a sinister story that had become the stuff of local legend. Drawn by the unsettling allure of the cemetery, I found myself standing before the enigmatic grave. It bore the name Evelyn Hartfield and a date etched in weathered stone that hinted at a tragic demise. The townsfolk spoke of Evelyn's ghost, claiming that she wandered the cemetery at night, seeking justice for a betrayal that led to her untimely death. As the moon cast an eerie glow on the tombstones, I felt a cold breeze, and the air became charged with an otherworldly energy. The atmosphere weighed heavily on my shoulders as I delved into Evelyn's story. She was a young woman whose life had been cut short by a love gone awry, and her restless spirit sought retribution. Determined to uncover the truth, I ventured into the town's archives, sifting through dusty records and faded photographs. The tale unfolded like a tragic novella, revealing a clandestine affair, jealousy, and ultimately, a betrayal that had condemned Evelyn to an unending purgatory. As I retraced Evelyn's final footsteps, the cemetery transformed into a spectral landscape. Shadows danced among the tombstones, and the air echoed with distant whispers. The ghostly figure of Evelyn materialized before me, her eyes reflecting the pain of centuries. She implored me to unveil the identity of her betrayer and deliver the justice she had been denied. The journey led me through the town's labyrinthine history, where dark secrets emerged like specters in the night. The town, it seemed, had been built upon layers of deception, and Evelyn's tragedy was but one thread in a tapestry of malevolence. In the final revelation, the betrayer's identity shocked me to the core. It was a prominent figure, revered by the townsfolk, whose dark deeds had been hidden beneath a veneer of respectability. The realization sent ripples through the town's foundations, exposing a web of corruption and deceit. As justice was served and Evelyn's spirit found solace, the once quiet town of Harrow's Hollow trembled with the weight of its haunted past. The unexpected twist left me questioning the thin line between the living and the dead, and the unforeseen consequences that arise when uncovering the buried secrets of a seemingly peaceful town.